Hey guys, Kurt from Mini Fabrication. Inspired Existence has hit me up to do a quick walk around of my shop, show you guys what I've been building, what I've got going on. Yeah, obviously we're still meant to be in a lockdown. I'm still working flat out, so thank God for that. But I'll give you a quick tour of this shed. I've also got another shed just up from mine. That's where majority of the cars are, because I don't want to jam them in this shed and get them covered in everything. So yeah, let's get into it. So we've got Leah's truck, 90s model Hilux, short wheelbase. Came in, a little list. It's now, yeah, escalated how every other truck escalates. But so new fuel tank, new shock mounts, new lower brackets on the diff, new lower brackets on the chassis, new cross members to accommodate air tank, compressors, valves, blah, 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 blah. New bushes in the control arms, new fuel lines front to back, new brake lines through the rear end of the truck, new unis on the tail shaft, lifted the center bearing, new paint. Yeah, looks heaps better. So stoked on that one. In the front, new shock mounts, probably half tube lowers, just tidy up the front end. It needs new bushes, just, yeah, general tidy up. So fixing a few oil leaks and just general mechanical stuff, which, yeah, I do for a living. So, and then I just work on this stuff too. But next in line, we've got a 1978 Mazda 323 3-door, blah, blah, blah. So this is getting built into a pro street style kind of car, full roll cage, rear clip, sheet metal all the way through, big tubs, big wheels. Yeah, I've got to stretch the wheel arch back too, because that wheel doesn't fit. Probably do something similar in the front, but yeah, it's kind of like a cool matchbox car. Well, that's what the owner called it anyway, so there you go. But over in the back, I'm not going to uncover it. Yeah, it's just an EH Holden, doing a full rear clip, billets, coilover, link the rear, sheet metal. He wants to be able to pop the bonnet, pop the boot at a car show and show everyone just, I don't know what people show people at car shows and stuff, but nice cars. But yeah, so that's what's in this shed, Leah's tub. But this is all I've got in my shop. We'll go down to the other shed, check out what's down there. I've got some cool cars down there too. So let's head down there and I'll show you what I got. Boom, we're back. We're in the other shed, just up from mine, that I have majority of the cars stored in that I'm not working on at the moment, but it's easy to push them all the way back down to my shop. So let's get into it. There's some pretty cool cars in this shop. So I guess we'll start off. This is my little brother's R32 4-door Skyline. This is his competition car, so he does drift this. It has an RB25 DET in it. Of course, the bottom. So we've just recently done a full freshen up, new turbo, all new intercooler piping, new wiring, new fuels. No, fuel system's still the same. New gate setup, new exhaust, new tune. So DC Tuning has come on board this year as a sponsor. There we are. And yeah, this thing falls ass now. So cheers to the boys at DC Tuning for getting that car running smick. Dylan's loving it. We've gone through, we've done a couple other mods to it recently. Shit the power steering pump at round 2. We shit the turbo round 1 of the MiniFab Drift series. Didn't really have a good run. So Now we've gone full electronic power steering setup in the boot with a Astra power steering pump. Just upgraded the alternator. Yeah, car, we can't fault the car now, so it's going really, really well. So moving on, we've got a 1953 Chevy Two Door. So this thing come to me for sheet metal firewall, finish the rear floor, wheel tubs in the rear, clearly. It is airbagged all round, body dropped to pinch, all brand new drivetrain all the way through. So 9-inch rear diff, LS1 turbo 400 auto. Should be a cool car, cool cruiser. So fingers crossed by the end of the year, this thing will be all buttoned up. I've just got to finish doing the rear floor and the boot, and this will be on a truck going to Melbourne to the new owner. So keen on that. But carrying on, this is, you may have seen it before, this is Skidlocks. Skidlocks is owned by Pete Thompson. Pete Thompson is one of my good mates. He has been a good customer of mine for years and years and years. Yeah, it's got LS2, twin methanol polycarbies, high-rise manifold, turbo 350 auto, reverse pattern and trans brake now. So that's pretty cool, new upgrade. Just before he brought it here, why it's here. It's getting the rear frame narrowed, notched, ladder bar set up for the rear end, coilovers in the rear, narrowed to shorten Hilux diff, and in the front we're getting rid of the torsion bars. Finally, can't tell you how stoked I am to be finally putting coilovers in it. So that's why this truck's here. This truck, I'll pull the body off, narrow the rear frame, link the rear, do all the shit to the rear, do the front, moving the alternator down to the factory position, running a tensioner and a shorter belt because we keep throwing belts off at high RPM. That's just how the cookie crumbles. So in the rear, I did all the wheel tubs, flat sheet the inside of the tub. It's now got a roll pan, flat sheet the sides of the tub. I did that a while ago, probably a year, 2 years ago. And it's still fucking the tub. So that's why we're narrowing the rear frame, putting a shortened diff in it. Yeah, just making it a lot nicer and stiffer. Streeties, D22 Navara, airbag all round, body drop. It came here for a photo shoot. It hasn't left because a few little issues. He wants to get it re-regoed, so I'm just going to go over it mechanically, top to bottom, check it all out, just do a general tidy up on it so it's reliable, it'll run, it'll pass rego, he can finally get it engineered, do some other bits and pieces to it. So that's pretty cool. I like that truck. Following on, this is Nate's 2010 Toyota Hilux on a 90s model Hilux frame, billet 22s, airbagged all around, body drop shorted, badass little truck. So running the 1J and an R154 gearbox, so the 5-speed manual. Floor's all rusty now, but stock floor. We got a whole new cab to cut the floor out because when I originally got this truck, didn't have a floor, didn't have a firewall, didn't have heaps of stuff. So that's the option, well, that's the way we've gone with that build, is just put the factory floor back in it, raise it up to accommodate the body drop, put the factory seats, the factory seat belts, the handbrake, all that good stuff back in it. I didn't want to complicate it. Just get it done. You haven't got to complicate this stuff. I don't know why people do. That's how I build stuff. So, but following on, Weeksies 80s model Hilux, single cab, bag bodied with a LS1 yeah, just a pretty simple, sweet setup. So next up, we're going to do sheet metal in the engine bay. Cab will get sent off, get blasted and put in an epoxy. I've finished doing the gearbox tunnel. I've finished doing the pedal box. I've just got to mount the throttle pedal in there, mount the shifter. That's pretty well the inside, and seat mounts. So that's next. Once that's done, tidy up a few little bits and pieces in the rear end. Yeah, and then that truck will go back to Weeksy. So I'm absolutely flat out. I've got so much work, as you can see, which is pretty cool. So thanks to everyone who supports me and all my customers for being pretty lenient. A lot of them just kind of like bring me a car, drop it off, do whatever. Yeah, which is sweet. I'd much rather that than follow a list, which is kind of good because people just bring me shit and then, well, the list goes out the window. I pretty well get a dictionary of what they want me to do. But that's pretty cool. So super stoked with how my shop's been run now. Can't thank everyone enough for following what I do. Jump on Instagram, follow me, Kurt_mini_fab. And you get to see this stuff daily. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned for probably a couple of more shop tours, truck builds. I don't know. We'll see where this goes. Cheers.